Well, for more on this, we can speak now to Phil Robertson. He's the Deputy Director of the Asia Division of Human Rights Watch, and he joins me now from Bangkok. You must be delighted with this ruling that the ICJ says is binding, but perhaps a bit disappointing because there isn't really any teeth to enforce it, is there?
Well, I think that this is now going to come to the international community. This is an international court of justice. It has members of all the nations around the world, and it's up to the international community to pressure Myanmar to fulfill its requirements under these orders. Nothing comes easy, and it's going to require a concerted pressure from countries around the world to demand that Myanmar not basically push this judgment aside.
Okay. Well, many Rohingya have fled to Bangladesh, of course. Around 600,000 do still remain in Myanmar. What do you think can be done to improve their situation as well in both countries?
Well, when we talk about taking all actions to end genocide, which is now binding on the government and the military of Myanmar, that also means ensuring that people have access to food and basic services, that they have freedom of movement, that the international community can reach them. All these things are being denied to the 600,000 Rohingya who remain essentially locked down in internally displaced persons camps in central Rakhine State. It is now time to really look at the plight of that group of Rohingya who have been largely forgotten because, of course, so much attention has gone on the people who have fled to Bangladesh and are now in the world's largest refugee camp.
Okay. You mentioned earlier that it will come down to the international community to perhaps enforce or help Myanmar enforce this ruling. What are you actually looking for them to do?
Well, we're going to see, I think, a lot more connected to for instance, the reporting. The court actually gave more than the Gambia asked for. There's now a continuous reporting requirement every 4 months to start, and then every 6 months after that, there will be a report. There's issues of preservation of evidence. I mean, the problem is Myanmar has been bulldozing the remnants of Rohingya villages. There has to be pressure on that to stop. And there has to be, I think, ultimately discussions about this issue at the UN Security Council and the UN General Assembly. So there's a lot to be done here. This is a huge victory. The Rohingya people should be immensely proud of what has been done, and the legal team of the Gambia deserve the world's thanks. But now we have to renew efforts to make sure that Myanmar complies with these provisional orders.
Phil Robertson, Deputy Director of the Asia Division of Human Rights Watch, thanks for sharing your thoughts with us here on the programme.